80 years, helping to provide economic stability and growth, investing in our hometown, and delivering great service to our valued customers was our vision from the very beginning, and that has not changed. As we reflect on our past and look forward to our future, we want to thank generations of families in Benton County for their trust in us. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we are here for you, and we hope to see you very soon at one of our upcoming community events. Apex Bank of Camden, building stronger communities together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Operation 7570 on this Saturday, the first Saturday of December, and the holiday season is upon us, of course. A lot of activities taking place today across the Magic Valley area, and a lot of activities remaining in the next 2 or 3 weeks as we approach Christmas 2021 and New Year's 2022. Well, our guest this morning in the studios is a longtime friend. This is like old times for her being in these studios. She worked with us a few years ago, and it's great to have Lorie Matlock in our studios. Lorie recently took over as the Executive Director of the Benton County Camden Chamber of Commerce. Lorie, welcome. Congratulations on being our new Chamber Executive. Good morning, young lady.
Well, thank you very much. And Flash, it is just really great to be back up here in the studio. I was here from 2000 to 2012, so 12 years I was here at the radio station, so it's a great memory of mine, and I love being back. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much, and congratulations on the new job, the new duties and responsibilities. How's it been going the past 2 or 3 weeks?
Hey, we've been busy. We've been boots on the ground and just going to town, working on all of our Christmas activities that we've got coming up. We've got a lot planned, and looking forward to 2022 and some rebirth of the Chamber.
Absolutely. We'll be talking about those things in just a moment. And, of course, we'll be having a lot of information this morning about the holiday activities coming up, in particular the parade scheduled for next Saturday. But, Lorie, for some newcomers in our area this morning, let's have some background information about Lorie Matlock, the things you've done, and how that ultimately led to the position with the Chamber in the last month.
Wow. Okay. Lorie Matlock is a lifelong native of Benton County. I have 2 grown children. Madison Matlock, she is 27. She lives in Lexington, Kentucky, and she's an ER nurse at UK Hospital. And my son, Mason Matlock, 24, he is an electrical lineman, so he keeps your lights on for you. He works with a union group. The group is out of Ohio, but he's in Monroe, Louisiana working. So 2 grown, beautiful kids, and very proud of them.
Boy, they should still be knee-high up here at the radio station running around. You know
Exactly.
that? Or at the ballpark, for sure.
Definitely at the ballpark. We've covered lots of ballparks, haven't we?
For sure then. So the background that you've had in marketing, public relations up here, and other jobs you've done, how has that now helped you make the transition to Chamber Executive Director?
Well, I feel that, of course, to me, your chamber is all about your local community and your businesses, promoting those businesses. And what I've done for the past 24 years in my marketing career is basically to promote from local to regional to national businesses to help build their brand, do their rebranding, build their ROI, their return on investment. So in those years of learning how to do those things and communicate, especially with community relations with those folks, I feel that that's put me in a position where I can market our county.
And you were coming along at a time during all these activities you've been involved with, you were coming along at a time when social media was taking off as well, and a new form of getting your message out to the public.
Definitely. I've been involved with, as far as getting your message out to the public, of course, with radio is where I started, small market radio. Moved on to a larger market radio, then proceeded into television, where I promoted the cable industry, doing commercials for those, and then right on into your social media, all your digital marketing, advertising online. So
now, when the chamber position came up a few months back and you made application, what made you want to apply for the job and come back home?
Well, I have been working out of town for the last 6 or 7 years in Jackson, Tennessee, basically all over West Tennessee, but my office was in Jackson, Tennessee, and just the opportunity to be able to come back to my community and work here and promote the place that I love the most.
Now, you are the executive director, still learning the ins and outs, and of course focusing on the holidays the past month, as we know you're going to be doing for the next several weeks, of course. But what would be the mission statement of the Benton County Camden Chamber of Commerce? And you are the executive director, Lorie, but is there a governing body or a board of directors, that handles operations?
Oh, definitely. We have a chamber board of directors. I have a great board. They're good people. They're all local business people, and we work together to support our community. One of the missions for the chamber is to build our membership so that we can support these local business. We can help you with your marketing. We can help you with your networking. We should be your resource. So every business in our community should be a member of the chamber, and they're not. So you need to sign up.
Well, we'll talk about that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jen.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Not only our businesses, any industries, nonprofits, individuals. Our elected officials, we encourage them all to sign up to be a member of the chamber so we can network together and build the community to what we want to see in the future.
Well, let's just go ahead and talk a moment. How can you become a member of the chamber? Whether you're an individual, operate a business, or industry, an elected official, how do you become a member of the Chamber of Commerce?
You just let me know. You give us a call at the chamber. We'll email you. You can come by and pick up an application. Very small, simple process, and we will get you signed up. Annual dues are rare, vaguely small, I think, for a small business, retail business of 1 to 5 people. It's $125 a year to be a member. Individuals can be a member for $50. So there's lots of different categories that people can fall into in different price ranges, but for a yearly membership, it's not bad at all.
Now, you mentioned your governing body, the board of directors, and where do the board of directors come from? I mean, do they represent businesses, industry, governmental agencies, or where do your board of directors come from, or is it a good variety of cross-section?
It is a good variety, but when you sign up to be a chamber member, then that kind of puts you in the hat if you want to become a board member. So, like I said, all of our board members either, they own local businesses or they're participants in the county, within the government, or in their own business.
What has been the reception to you and, the input from people for the past 3 or 4 weeks since you are still new at this job? What's been the reception to you?
It's been amazing, Flash. I have just been overwhelmed with the people that have reached out to me to congratulate me, and they feel like, I'll do a good job at this, that this is a good fit for me, and it's very humbling. I appreciate all the support. I hope I can live up to all the expectations.
We talked with you for the Chronicle, I guess, about 3 weeks ago now, and you already in there. You hit the ground running, and you still are.
I'm still running, yes. Of course, it's a busy time of the year with December. Lots of activities going on, and trying to, get my feet wet and get established in what I need to do and move forward for 2022.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, when you plan for the holidays or any special occasion, you work months in advance. You know that from your previous jobs with marketing and PR up here at the radio station. You plan months ahead for an event, but really when you stepped into this role about 3 weeks ago, hey, there was already some things in place, but you really didn't have time to get a whole heck of a lot of planning in place.
Didn't have a lot of time at all. The first thing on my plate was, okay, Chamber Christmas Parade. And I'm like, okay, I've never done a parade, but let's do one. So the Chamber Christmas Parade is set for next Saturday, December the 11th. Lineup will be at the Carhart parking lot, and I just want to thank all the folks at Carhart for allowing us to line up there. It's a great location for us with the entry and the exit. Makes it easy to line people up, so we really want to thank those folks out there, and we appreciate them letting us use their facility to line up. We'll open the gates at 12 o'clock. You can come in, get lined up, decorate your vehicle, your float, whatever you're bringing, your tractor, your horses. And then the parade will start at 2. We'll kick off the parade, go around the nursing home, and then proceed up to the court square, where we're going to have lots more activities going on.
Can a person, we're a week away from the parade, can a person or an individual, a group, can they still get an entry in this year's parade?
Most definitely. Since my reign as the director, I wanted to do a registration form, an entry form for all our participants. Basically, that's for me to look back on and to keep up with, who we've got, how many we've got in each category. So please come by the chamber or give us a call, shoot us an email, and we can get you an entry form, just a simple entry form to fill out. We are accepting those until Wednesday, December the 8th at 12 noon would be the cutoff. And if there's any problem with you getting an entry by then, just let me know and we'll figure it out. We'll work with you.
Okay. At this particular point in time, and we still have a few days left until next Saturday, of course, but at this point in time, what does the situation look like as far as entries and participation this year?
We are going to have an awesome parade this year. I am so tickled at the turnout. We've had I've got over 25 to 30 applications, and some of those have more than one participant on that application. So it's going to be a huge parade. I've heard that Santa Claus is going to make an appearance during our Christmas parade. Yes, he is. So we just want to invite everyone. If you can't enter, if you don't want to enter, if you want to be if you want to come out and watch the parade, we just want to line the streets and have everyone come out and support our community. And we have our Grand Marshal. Our Grand Marshal is going to be Ashley Tunnel. As most people know, Ashley is a local holiday resident, and she had a long, hard battle with the COVID, and she has survived that. Her family was great to keep people updated, and we want to commend her, but also she represents the fight that everyone in our community and across our nation has with this virus, So we just want to commend her for that.
And she's still recovering, but
recovering.
Much better shape than she was 4 or 5 months ago, and we appreciate her. She's going to be a fine representative, and you and I have both lost friends in recent months because of this terrible, terrible COVID and the pandemic, of course. Still a struggle out there, and, she's just going to be a great representative.
Yes, she will. Like I said, it's not only her struggle, it's everyone's struggle that everyone has been through.
And I know when the parade starts next week, Lorie, you get outstanding help from law enforcement, rescue squad as they block intersections. And, we appreciate those people sometimes. They can't participate as such on the parade route, but they're at these various intersections, and we owe a debt of gratitude to those individuals.
It couldn't be done without them, Flash. I mean, it's... and it's kind of funny because I didn't really know who to contact, but they all just jumped right in, and they were like, we'll continue to do this just like we always have. We'll get the roads blocked. The fire engines, the police cars, like I said, the rescue squad, just so many people involved in getting it all together.
They have done it for so many years, and all these organizations, they know the duties and responsibilities of the other group. Rescue squad personnel knows what police department or sheriff's department is going to do, so they just work. It's a fine old machine, you might say.
Sure is, and we're very lucky to have that in this community.
Now, after the parade, there are still going to be a lot of activities taking place up on the square after the parade next Saturday afternoon. So go into some detail about what's taking place next week after the parade, Lorie.
As most people know, we haven't had a chamber director in the past 6 to 7 months. And the downtown business, the Camden Downtown Business Association, has really, really stepped up to the plate and done a tremendous job in their events and holidays. I know everyone was out supporting the Halloween event up on the Court Square. And that's what we're doing with Christmas. After the parade, when we end up at the Court Square, there's going to be so much going on up there as far as vendors, local vendors for shopping, food trucks, and the Daymaker Cafe will be open. There's going to be live music. Santa's going to be there in his Santa house. Games for the kids. events going on at the library. So it's just the Downtown Business Association is just wonderful, and the chamber is excited and grateful to partner with them.
And both the Downtown Business Association, of course, and the chamber, they all work for the common interest, the better interest of Camden, Benton County, of course. And it's great that these two organizations can, I think, come together for the total good of our citizens here.
And most definitely, like I said, we as the chamber appreciate them allowing us to come in and work together. It's a great resource for the community.
A lot of people want an afternoon parade. A lot of people want a nighttime parade. This time the parade's going to start at 2 o'clock, but we didn't have one last year, and I think everybody's excited. I don't care what time it starts.
That's right, and that's the way I hope people feel. You can't please everybody, like you said. Some like it at night, some like it during the day. There's pros and cons of both, and maybe we can alternate. I'm not sure, but this year the parade is set to begin at 2 p.m.
We talked about the fine job that the folks with the Downtown Camden Business Association do, and that Halloween on the Square a few weeks ago. That was just outstanding. I think overall maybe 3,000 people coming around. Everybody well behaved, and we appreciate that. And so This reminds me, Lorie, what role would the chamber play with other fine organizations here? I mean, what I'm saying is that you may not be the active sponsor of an event like the Holiday Fiddlers Contest, Big Sandy Spring Festival, but what role do you see the chamber playing in those events to promote those activities, things like that?
I want to see the chamber to be out there supporting those events, for one thing, and then helping promote and network those events, marketing those events, getting the information out to the public in the surrounding areas about those events so we can pull more people in. Just like you mentioned, the number at the Halloween on the Square, I hope to see that number and more out for the Christmas event.
Well, as I said, we didn't get to do the parade last year because of the pandemic, but everybody's ready to go, and we'll just keep our fingers crossed. We'll say a special prayer to the man upstairs so we'll have good weather.
That's right. I've had a little concern about the weather. I'm trying not to look at it just yet. No, I don't have a backup plan yet if it rains. We're just going to and just hope that it doesn't.
Well, let's certainly hope so, Well, I tell you what, time is rapidly getting away from us. It's hard to believe we're already halfway through our program this morning on Operation 7570. So I tell you what, let's do. Let's take a break right now for this message for Apex Bank. We'll be back on the second portion of 7570. Stay with us.
Hello folks, this is Marcus Vine with Apex Bank of Camden, and we're proud to announce that this year is our 90th year serving the Benton County community. Since Bank of Camden's humble beginnings in 1931, we have been a proud part of this community, and as a community, we've come through many challenging and difficult times together, both then and now, over the last 90 years. Helping to provide economic stability and growth, investing in our hometown, and delivering great service to our valued customers was our vision from the very beginning, and that has not changed. As we reflect on our past and look forward to our future, we want to thank generations of families in Benton County for their trust in us. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we are here for you, and we hope to see you very soon at one of our upcoming community events. Apex Bank of Camden, building stronger communities together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Operation 7570. Our guest this morning is the new Executive Director of the Camden Benton County Chamber of Commerce. This is Lorie Matlock. Of course, we're on the air for our good friends at Apex Bank, and I think this morning, talking about holiday activities, I think they're doing Cookies with Santa this morning out on 641 North, out at the community room out there, and I think we've been running some commercial spots for that, so that's going to be a good event, and just a lot of different activities. And the holiday season, as we said, Lorie, the holiday season is upon us, and you're going to be involved. You and the fine folks at the chamber are involved. We talked about the parade, but what are some other Christmas and holiday activities you want to mention this morning?
Well, as you mentioned, Flash, the Christmas with Santa this morning, and I also know that today going on down at the Big Sandy School, there's a Christmas extravaganza with lots of vendors that'll be there, so go down and check that out at the Big Sandy School. Of course, we've got the Christmas parade coming up December the 11th, next Saturday, and following that will be our Christmas on the Square event, so we want everyone to come out and participate and join in that. December the 11th, also that morning, we have the United Way Jingle Bell Run. I'm not much of a runner. I'm a walker. But the United Way is sponsoring a Jingle Bell Run 5K. So we would like to, I think that starts at registration at 8:30 on the Court Square. And then, of course, all the parade and the Christmas on the Square events will follow that. We've also got a project that I was very excited to be a part of. Daylight Gallery up on the Court Square. They are doing, I think it's first annual Christmas tree decorating contest. To me, it's kind of like a festival of trees. Anyone can enter this. It's a $10 donation that benefits the Camden Animal Clinic, Camden Animal Shelter. And then we went up yesterday, the chamber did, and we've got a decorated tree up there. The animal shelter has a tree up there. Second Harvest has a tree up there. And I know there are more businesses that will be up there. The judging, you can go by and view the trees and judge and vote for your favorite tree November the 7th through the 30th. So I want to encourage everyone to go up there and take a look at these businesses that are participating in their sponsored trees.
Now, I believe I saw some pictures up on your Facebook page about all the Christmas trees, lovely decorations, and they're up at the, up at Daymakers, the gallery.
Daylight Gallery.
Yeah, right. That's relatively a new facility here in Camden, and that's going to, they're going to do great things for us.
Oh, it's an awesome place up there. It's a very unique atmosphere, and I love it. It's they've got lots going on up there. They got lots of local artists that are vendors, and that they showcase their crafts and activities and paintings and all kinds of things. They're doing lots of different classes up there, so just grateful to have a great business like that in our community.
Does the chamber play a role in promoting things like these? Of course, we know what you do with the businesses, the industries here, of course, but individuals, that may do some crafts, some home things, whether they make candles, blankets, artistry, things like that. Is there a role for the chamber to play in promoting these individuals that do different types of arts and crafts or performing arts?
And anyone that wants to be a member, that's one of our goals, is to help promote you with whatever endeavor that you do. So helping them with their networking, with their marketing, be a resource for them. We want to help them all.
Yeah, absolutely then. And any more holiday activities besides what you've mentioned as we go forth now?
I would personally like to invite everyone to come out to the Benton County Camden, Chamber of Commerce Christmas Open House. The open house will be held on December the 16th on a Thursday from 11 to 1. And this is just a come-and-go event. Just come out and meet the staff and have some refreshments with us for Christmas.
Hey, we look forward to that. Give me that date again on that.
December 16th from 11 to 1.
Good Christmas punch and cookies and goodies and all sorts of holiday festivities going on.
That's right.
Yeah,
what are you bringing?
Well, let's see here. Myself.
Okay.
Sprite.
An appetite?
Yeah, you got that right for sure then. But
that's all right.
We look forward to that. But you have some fine personnel that work with you inside the office out at the chamber. Talk about those people.
Oh, I do.
Individuals.
Miss Reba Robbins was there when I came on board, and I appreciate her so much. She's retired from the school, as most people know. So she only works 3 days a week. She is there Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays usually, and she's just wonderful. She just helps keep me on track, so I appreciate her and all of her efforts. One thing I do want to let people know is, like on the days that Miss Reba's not in the office, I'm usually mostly there, but sometimes I'm not, because I'm out in the community working, going to events, talking with people, things like that. So if you ever have an issue of coming there and where the doors aren't open, just give us a call. We're working on making sure the voicemails are checked and forwarding the phones to my cell phone when I'm not in the office. So if anyone's ever came by and you haven't been able to get someone, come back by. We'll be there. You'll catch us.
And as you walk into the chamber office, over on your left and right side, all sorts of brochures and information about Camden, Benton County, Kentucky Lake area, and surrounding area as well. There's just a resource of information about Benton County, some things out there I had no idea about.
And Flash, in the day we live in with the technology that we have, for me, it's still good to pick up that paper and, and to be able to see and hold it in your hand, tangible item of what's going on in the community as far as Nathan Bedford Forest, our quilting guilds, just tons of information, maps. I've had so many people come in wanting, street maps of Benton County that have come into our county and, don't know their back roads and things like that. Of course, I'm a Waze person. I just type my address in, let it take me there. But we have all of that information.
There's just something about looking at a brochure, like you say, or a newspaper or a magazine. Just something about that as opposed to the social media, which
Yes.
I use all the time, of course. But I still like to have something in front of me to read.
I've always said, don't put all your apples in one basket. For me, especially in marketing, it takes the whole network. It takes your newspapers, it takes your radio stations, your television stations, your social media. It takes all of that. I feel like you lose out if you put all of your information just on Facebook. If you don't utilize the other resources that we have, you're going to miss somebody. So that's just some kind of a pet peeve of mine. I just like to, like I said, just use all of the entities that we have.
Well, Lorie, since you're still new at this and still working on these great holiday activities, that's been your focus, as well it should be, but are you already thinking about plans into 2022 and what direction you'd like to see the Chamber and its members go through in the next 12 months after the new year gets here?
Definitely thinking about that. I've got some things on my radar in my mind that I want to work on coming to, for Benton County, for the Chamber, some great networking ideas as far as I want to do a newsletter to all of our businesses, an email newsletter, just to update people and let them know things going on in the community and get their feedback. I think feedback for me is going to be very important. Come to me and let me know what you want the Chamber to do for you, what you need. We'd like to do a coffee, maybe once a month, have a business sponsor a Chamber coffee where we can sit down and network, talk, hash things out. I've signed up for the Lebanon, Tennessee Boating Expo. I'll be there as a vendor, talking to different fishing tournament directors about bringing their tournaments to Benton County.
Well, that's great. Of course, up here on Kentucky Lake and this hunting and fishing opportunity that we have here, everybody knows it. And, fishing, we can have all sorts of tournaments here, no question about that.
We need to. We need to have every tournament. Everyone on the tournament circuit needs to be coming to Benton County. There's so many resources here that need to be promoted, and as far as economic development, we're on the interstate. We're on I-40. Our county is right there. That can be a huge development. Like I said, Kentucky Lake. We got your waterway right here in Benton County. Our limestone, sand and gravel. So many things. So many resources here.
And there's so many agencies out there. I think, partnerships could develop, federal and state agencies. I know when you were here, every year I think, TVA had something, don't pollute the river, things like that.
Exactly.
You and I did things like that, and just a whole lot of people who are wanting to see this area grow and expand as well. And you know how to reach out to those individuals and organizations.
That's right. I forgot about. We did a live remote from on the lake. So it was good. Yeah. But yes, partnering with those organizations to get things moving here is definitely in our plans.
Have you had the opportunity maybe to reach out maybe to some neighboring chamber individuals or people with other chambers? Of course, we want to do things our way, and we appreciate all our good neighbors and get some great ideas. But have you had a chance, maybe to think about what they're doing in other locations?
I've definitely looked into a lot of those. Travis at the Henry County Chamber in Paris is just a great example of what a turnaround that can be made. He's come in and built that chamber, and they have an awesome group there. They employ several different people. He's really grown it. So I have not reached out to him yet. That is on my list. I kind of want to let him get through the holidays.
Absolutely.
The Carroll County Chamber actually has reached out to me, congratulating me on my position. So I'm going to do some networking and get with them. Donna at the Second Harvest, she's in so many different counties, and she's offered to let me tag along with her to learn some of the people and some of the things going on around us. So great opportunities out there.
And this is where we get back to what you talked about earlier, Lorie, where you talked about the networking. Donna knows this person, you may not, but as far as this network, establish this network, that can make contacts, and it can go well beyond Benton County, well beyond the Northwest Tennessee area.
And that's right. You're never too old to learn, I guess. So I'm always, wanting to meet new people, talk with them, and see how we can work together.
Well, the pandemic, in recent months, as you well know, that's had an effect on every business, every individual. We know that, and I hope maybe as we expand into 2022, I hope we can get back to an event I always look forward to, and that was the Chamber Recognition Banquet, the annual banquet.
Yes. I don't have an answer on the banquet yet for this year. As I know, they usually have started planning that even before now.
Sure.
So I'm not saying that there won't be a banquet. I hope there will be, but just not sure on that right now. But that is, from what I understand, I'm going to be excited to be a part of that banquet.
How can individuals or people that run local businesses here, Lorie, how can they be of service? How can they help you and Reba and all the fine folks at the Chamber?
Let me know what you have going on. Let me know about your events. Tell me what you need help with. I'm looking to do some seminars at the Chamber to help small businesses learn how to use Facebook, Instagram, things like that. So just be vocal with me and let me know what you need.
And as we are in the holiday spirit right now, we talked about the parade. We'll go over that again in just a few moments in case you missed the first part of the broadcast. But you and I talked about this in our first conversation, Lorie, 3 weeks ago, the importance of shopping, doing holiday shopping at home.
It's so important. You get back what you put into your community. What you put in, when you spend your money here, that helps our businesses grow, helps us to bring new businesses in, and not necessarily as a competition, but the growth brings more people into the county. So the more people that, more businesses we have here, the more people that's going to bring in to shop here. And if it's all starts right here locally, when our own local people shop at home.
And I forgot, and I mentioned it to you that day, and I've heard it many times, and I forgot the formula, but every time you spend $1 with a business or at a gas station here, at a convenience store, every time you spend that $1, it turns around X number of times in the local economy.
Of course, that's how we grow. It sure does. I don't know the exact number either, but you're definitely, that's why it's so important for the Chamber and the community to have these events so that we can bring people in and they can spend their money here and grow our community.
Well, we want to go over the parade again, Lorie, in case people missed it on the first part of the program today. But before we do that, is there any other thing in regards to Chamber activities that you want to stress, or are we missing something right now?
I think we've covered it all, Flash. I think we've got, I do have a new business that has signed up for our Chamber. We're going to do a ribbon cutting at First Choice Realty in Camden, and that's going to be on December the 17th at 12 noon. So we'd like to invite everybody out to the ribbon cutting for our new business.
What will be the location of that business?
That is, I'm not sure the number. It's Briarwood Street.
Okay.
It's right in our community of buildings where the Chamber office
gotcha.
is.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's on the back side.
On the back side, yeah, over there where the public defender's office is, over on that side, yeah.
Yes.
I know. Okay, all right. Information again on the Christmas parade coming up next week. That's what people are wanting to hear about right now. Let's go over that one more time.
All right. Still have time to sign up. Still have time to enter. We want to invite everyone. We want to see your church in the Christmas parade, your floats, your royalty in the Christmas parade, any kind of industry or business that wants to participate, we'd love to have you. Antique vehicles. Legend Cruisers is a big part of our Christmas parade. They have several vehicles, and I know they won't want to come out if it's raining, so I'm just crossing my fingers there's no rain. Also, your tractors, antique tractors, your horses. We just invite all you people to come up to the chamber, pick up an entry form. It's free to enter. We just, the entry form is just basically for us to keep a listing of how we can look back on this in the future and better organize things like that. So December the 8th is the cutoff at 12 noon for your entry form. The parade is December the 11th. We're going to line up at Carhart. We'll open the gates at 12 noon, and the parade will start at 2 p.m.
All right, then. And for more information, your phone number at the chamber and information how we can find you on social media.
You can find us on social media, Benton County Camden Chamber of Commerce. And then our website, bentoncountycamden.com. And then you can also give us a call at the chamber office. Our number is 584-8395. I'm trying to get that in my memory. But just so many ways you can reach out. And just please reach out to us and participate in the parade. We'd like to remind everyone, for one thing, as far as candy goes, we are throwing candy this year. If you're in the parade, please try to get your candy to the sidewalks. We don't want any children out in the road. If we was to have an accident, then we wouldn't be able to throw candy anymore. And what is a parade without candy? So just like to remind everyone of that. It's safety, always safety first.
Yeah, well, I agree. Well, Lorie, thank you so much for being live in our studios this morning. I appreciate it. And I want to thank you for the history that you've had with us up here on the Catfish that we signed off for the final time this past Wednesday. You were a great part of our history up here on that part of the radio operations, and we appreciate you. And we're looking forward to the chamber, seeing how the thing's going to grow in the coming months. And thank you for your service. We appreciate you, young lady.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I'm so glad to be a part of the radio station and the community. I think it's just, it just all works together, and I'm just glad to be here.
And thank you, before we went on, thank you for straightening out my collar this morning. I appreciate that.
I'll always keep you straight, Flash.
I appreciate that. Well, I've got a whole... in the closet, a lot of shirts that need ironing. Will you take on that responsibility?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Lorie, always a pleasure, and we're looking forward to the parade next week.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Lorie Matlock, the new Executive Director of the Benton County Camden Chamber of Commerce, our guest this morning on Operation 7570. Thank you so much for being with us. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you next Saturday morning.
Hello, folks. This is Marcus Vine with Apex Bank of Camden, and we're proud to announce that this year is our 90th year serving the Benton County